Hi, everybody. Welcome to Northpointe Plus. I have Marion Wallace here today. Very exciting stuff. I've actually gone with the church twice. I've gone to Kenya twice, so I've gotten to go to the orientation that we do in, right in Nairobi, Pangani. Got to do that twice, and we learn a lot in that. And so I know for me, a lot of my knowledge is coming from the orientation and then just what I've seen. So the schools I've seen is we first go to Pangani. We're right in Nairobi. That's right. And that's the first school?
That was the first school.
Okay, yeah.
Started with 50 children 25
Right.
years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wanted to ask you, because you're talking about your family and how you said you're seventh out of 20 kids?
20 children.
20, okay, yeah. Did you, when you went to school, because you thought, right, you said, I really want to go to college or university. What did your family think about that? Was that normal?
Well, out of my entire family, I was the first one to go to university.
Okay.
But it's because I was determined not to live in poverty.
Yeah.
Because to me, I thought what our life was like in our family, being a polygamous family, having so many children, we didn't have much resources. So I felt like this burden to want to bring solution to my family. So when I grew up, that's all I was thinking about. How can I grow, get a good education, and be able to make good money?
Yeah.
And help my family out of poverty.
Okay.
That was like my drive.
Yeah. Did you so like the whole time you were learning about, Mathare Valley and everything, were you still close with your family then?
Yes, actually, it is interesting how God works because when I finally, when I was thinking about how to help my family, I didn't necessarily tell them. I didn't make any promises to them. It was just me thinking.
Yeah.
And then finally, when I got to accept Jesus, and then I started getting involved in doing mission work, going to Mathare Valley, to my family, my immediate family, like my parents, my siblings, that was just normal for me. Even though they wondered you are the first one to go to university, and now you are telling us you want to do something with kids in the slums.
Yeah.
But the good thing, my immediate family didn't understand about the slums.
Okay.
So they didn't know much.
Right.
So it is me who was telling them. And as I told them, they just believed what I told them.
Okay. So I was gonna say, did they have any pushback? Like, did they think like, oh, don't get involved, don't do that? Like, did anybody do that to you or say something like that?
My relatives.
Your relatives.
So my parents, my immediate siblings didn't know much about the slums. So there was no pushback from them.
Okay. Yeah.
And it is because they didn't understand.
Didn't know. Yeah.
But then I had cousins who understood what Mathare Valley slums meant.
Yeah.
And they were so mad with me.
Really?
Some of them were very upset. They even wondered. They felt like I was going to be wasting my time there. They felt like I should have been more sensible to bring change in my own family where there was already poverty instead of going to waste myself in the slums. Actually, those are the words some of them used, that I was going to waste myself in the slums.
Wow. That is, it's heartbreaking, right? Because especially when you are being obedient to God, right? And then when you go, you're excited and you tell your family and you're excited, and then they tell you this is a mistake. That's heartbreaking. That's really hard. And I'm so glad that you did not listen to them and you just, you kept pushing through.
Yeah, and even friends, like in college, some of my friends didn't get it. They said, you are crazy. What are you doing? Why do you want to waste your time in the slums. And the unfortunate thing is that some of them were actually Christians.
Wow. Yeah.
This time, I mean, they were like, how do you go and just spend time in the slums? What are you thinking? That's not going to be your career. In fact, I remember one person telling me that if I spent too much time in the slums, I wasn't going to even get a husband because nobody will go with a crazy person like me.
Yeah. Wow. And like you said, that's so sad because like they're Christians too, and they just don't see it. If it, we've got those same people here too that will doubt and think and say that those things are true. But again, sad, but I'm so glad that you took a small step, right? I mean, you just started what you said today on stage with just taking groceries, right? Starting small, taking groceries, and then starting to really learn and invest in the people and showing them that you care. That's the biggest thing, right? Because I know too, when we were there, I think in the orientation, they talk a little bit about how it's actually in the slums is a really tight community, right? Yeah. And so it's hard to kind of break into that because they're like, well, what are you doing here? Like they're a little.
What are you up to? What's your agenda?
Yes. What's your agenda? Why are you here? And how cool that you got to kind of get your foot in the door just that way and just showing them that you care. It wasn't anything crazy to start.
Just loving on them, loving on the children, loving on the few families I connected with.
Yeah.
And God used that.
Yeah. Are there any other schools in the area, like around Pangani? Like, does the government have schools there and they just don't do well? Or?
Yeah. There are schools that are run by the government.
Okay.
These schools are poorly equipped.
Okay, yep.
And even the children who go there, they are not motivated, because for one, there's no feeding program. And for a child who probably, did not have a meal in the evening, going to class hungry, it is challenging.
Oh, yeah.
So they end up going to the streets. And again, there's always a tendency for people who are working there as teachers, they may have an attitude towards the children in the slums that they are not interested in education, or they may just have an attitude towards poverty. And so there are so many odds that are against these children. And while education, I still remember when we were growing up, we were being told that education is the key to success.
Okay.
But for these children, when the schools are so ill-equipped, their teachers are not, as motivated, or they may have an attitude towards them, that opportunity is not really, the key to their success.
Right.
But, when they come to our schools, we teach them the Word of God. We have Christian teachers who will love on them. We have social workers that connect to their families. And so we create an environment whereby they are inspired to work hard. They see possibilities, of being teachers, being doctors.
Yeah.
And they can dream because an environment has been provided for them, because they're being taught about the Word of God and, being told how God loves them and how God would want them to succeed. And so it makes a whole big difference.
Yeah, that's what's so important. Again, right? It's just about knowing that somebody cares. Somebody cares and loves them enough to be there and to put in the work. And I've gone to 3 of the schools, Chumani, Kibrani, and Pangani. And it's just cool to see the kids in these classrooms and wanting to be there, right? I always tell people when I come back where I'm like, you got to see these kids. These kids are so motivated and they want to be there. They want to learn and they want to do their best. And that's really cool because something that happens here is that gets taken for granted. Yeah. Schools and teachers, and because it's just something, that we have and it's just what we do. And I was even thinking as you guys were talking, how thankful that we just forget. I like me, like as a mom, I don't have to worry about the same things a mom has to worry about
Yes.
there. And it's sad because we need these reality checks every now and then. And today I'm so glad that you guys brought in all the sponsor kids. I love seeing all their pictures, all the kids, especially from Chumani, because I remember some of them. And so it's just so exciting to see them. And people can, if they weren't able to do it today, they can go online, right, and find Chumani kids that way too.
Yes, they can go online. They'll find Chumani kids. Also, we are going to leave the packets that we brought
Oh, okay.
that are not yet sponsored.
Okay.
We're going to leave them behind.
Perfect, yeah.
But anybody else who wants to sponsor a child can be able to do that. And the good thing is that even on every card, there is a QR code that they can even complete themselves.
Oh, okay, great.
Like they can get a card, complete using the QR code, scan the QR code, complete, and keep that card and be praying for that child and loving on them. Even though they haven't met them in person, one day they'll meet.
Yep.
That they will come to Kenya and meet the child, or one day they'll meet, even if it is in heaven, because
Yep.
this world is not our home.
Yes.
It's about don't go to heaven by yourself. Go with someone, and that is what we are doing with these children.
Oh yeah, I love getting the letters because we have 3 sponsor kids, and I love getting the letters because it's always like, bless you for whatever, and we're learning about this in school, and it's cool because we've been doing it for a couple years now, watching them grow and watching their writing get better and drawing better pictures because they're just older, and so that's what's been really cool is to watch them grow. And I've gotten to see them because I've gone twice. I went back-to-back years. So it was funny. I have in Kibrani a little boy, Michael, and a little girl, Vera. And at first, when I first went, they were really shy and they were quiet. And I brought them toys and we would kick a soccer ball around. And then the next time they were like, because they remembered me. They were still a little shy because it's been a while. But we went and played sports outside. And then now Michael always draws like a soccer ball, or I like to play volleyball because I like to play volleyball. So it's been so cool to have this relationship with them and to be able to write them letters too.
And that is very meaningful for the children as well, because they can relate with you and they can see that you care about them, you love on them. And when you come and see them and visit them, that means the world to them. Yeah.
Which isn't that funny because it's so special for me too, right? Everybody is winning. It's good for everybody.
Yeah, it's like 360 degrees.
Yes.
Transformation. So the children, as you minister to them, they are blessed, but you're also blessed.
Yeah.
It transforms you, and so it's an all-round thing.
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah. So you guys right now are traveling, they say for 5 weeks, you're going to be
I've been traveling for the last 5+ weeks. Yeah.
Okay. Is this the end, or do you still have more?
This is the last travel.
Oh, we're your last stop.
We are going back to Kenya on Tuesday.
Okay.
So tonight we will go to Phoenix and then go to Kenya on Tuesday.
Wow.
We are excited.
I believe it. I believe it.
We look forward to going home and
yes,
to celebrate our son's wedding that is coming up on December 20th.
Oh my goodness, December 20th. Because right now in Kenya, it's summertime, right? Like it's warm. It's like really warm, right?
Yeah.
Like
it's
you're
nice and warm. It's not snowy.
Right, not snowy, not like we just wanted you guys to really appreciate the heat when you go back. So that's, this is your last stop. There's a bunch of snow. It's cold. When you go back, it'll be a shock.
However, because we don't have snow in Kenya, we love it. We love snow. It's beautiful. The air smells fresh and clean.
Yeah,
and it's white and beautiful out there. So
even though it's cold.
Right, you still appreciate it because when we go, we come in your guys's kind of like fall, getting cooler outside time because the kids all have long sleeves, and I just remember I was like, oh my gosh, it's so hot, and they were fine. So I know that it goes both ways. But how many kids do you guys have?
We have 3 biological children and 3 foster children.
Okay.
Our firstborn is 29.
Okay, yeah.
She just got married in August. And the second born is 27 years.
Okay.
And he's working in Phoenix as an architect.
Right. Yeah.
But he's coming home in December to get married.
Okay.
And so when he gets back in January, he goes back with a wife. And our third born is 19, and he is a freshman.
Okay. Yeah.
Grand Canyon University. So we just placed him in university in August. And then we have two older boys. They were actually my nephews, who we have taken care of, since one of them was 11 and the other one was 9. And now they are 34 and 32 and both are married.
Okay.
And each one of them have a son. And then we have a foster daughter who is 18 now, and she is in grade 11.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
it happens that she's from northwestern Kenya. And my wife here rescued her from early marriage. She was married off at 10. And, my wife negotiated, for the man to release her so that she could go to school. And that was a miracle in the way that it happened. And we thank God that when we took her to school, we took her to grade 3 and she went through an accelerated program.
Okay.
And it's so amazing at how God has helped her. In the last 6 years, she's been able to cover all the schoolwork. And she's now in grade 11 in one of the best high schools, and she wants to be a doctor.
Oh, good.
So you can imagine somebody who would have been, been a second wife.
Yes.
Not have had opportunity to go to school.
Yep.
But now she is in the best high school in the country and aspiring to be a doctor. And she will go back and, advocate for those children that are being married off, at an early age, so that they can also have opportunities like other children.
Is that the like Turkana area? That's where she's
originally from Turkana.
Okay, I was gonna say I think that was one of another really powerful stories they tell us is when you guys were able to put schools there, because that was a battle, right? They didn't want you there at first, and they kind of did, but only the school, not the church, right? They only wanted the half.
A different community. So Turkana generally pastoralist community. So they didn't necessarily know and think about education
Okay.
as a priority. And so it was not easy to just go and get started. Actually, people wondered what we were thinking.
Yeah,
When
go
we built
on.
a nice school there. But after we built the school, we from day one we had 320 children.
Oh wow, yeah.
And then right now it is the largest primary school
Okay.
with 1,530 students.
Wow.
And then the village that our girl comes from, it's a totally new village, very remote. It's like in the middle of nowhere. 2 hours drive from this other school, and no other school. There is not even a public school or anything else, no church. So we have just now a school there with 470 plus children, and we just planted the church.
Oh, great. Yeah. So that's the area, right, where they have the young girls getting married young, right? That's a big problem.
They married them off when they are really young in exchange for animals.
In exchange for animals, yeah.
Camels
Yep.
and goats.
Right, and that's just like, that's how it is there, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's just normal.
That's their life. That's what they know best.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the normal life they have.
Yeah, and education, in this area is, redefining life literally for that community because, for the girls, they marry them off early. But now, as they see these girls coming to school and learning English and learning the national language, which was not, happening there before, they are starting to appreciate education. And so that is changing the trajectory, not only for the children, but also for the community.
Oh, yeah.
They see value in education. And I am sure as we continue, this will continue to increase. And the story of our foster daughter, it went around the community like bushfire. Even the governor of that area got to know about it and said, this has never happened in our community.
Wow.
And as that story went, more girls were released. You know,
Yeah.
those that had already been, betrothed for marriage, they were released to come to school. And we
Wow.
are seeing more and more of those being released to come to school.
Yeah.
And so we thank God for the change
Oh,
or
yeah.
transformation that is taking place in that community.
Yeah, that's so great. And her name is Joyce. Is that what you said, Joyce? That is something that too, something small. Just praying for your guys' kids, right? Like you guys are so busy, and I'm sure you're very tired because you're always working, always running around. Now you have wedding parties, right, that you're hosting at your house or going to. And just praying for your whole family that, like, while you're doing this work, you guys still have lives. You have a personal
lives.
yes you have a
Normal
personal
people.
normal people. Yes.
Ordinary people.
Yes. And so I think I want to encourage everybody to keep praying for you guys and your family, because that's something, of course, we want to be praying for Mohi and the kids that are in the school and how many people you guys are helping, but you guys too. So I also wanted to talk about when you said you met, were you married before you started the class in Pangani in 2000? Were you guys married before that or no?
Yes, we met. So I got introduced to Madare, and as I continued going by myself, my friends,
Yeah.
relatives thinking I was crazy. I got connected to this group that would meet on Wednesdays for prayers.
Okay.
And during one of those prayer meetings is when I met Wally.
Oh, yeah.
And we became good friends. And as we continued to interact, he knew what I was doing, and I got to know his heart for the same people, because he had been there with his group from his own college differently from our own story. So somehow we connected that way, and God just brought us together so perfectly well.
Yeah.
And we got married in 1995.
Okay.
We have been
Okay.
married for 30 years.
Wow.
So 5 years into our marriage, actually almost 5 years, is when we started the first school.
Yeah.
In fact, our wedding anniversary is October 7th.
Okay.
We started the first school just a month before
Oh, wow.
our 5th anniversary.
Yeah.
And so we already had 2 children at that time.
Yeah.
2 biological children, and at that time he was working with an insurance company. So he was willing that we spend part of his salary
Fund it. Yeah. Right.
for the first class.
Yeah.
And 50 kids, I mean, it was still a big number for
Oh,
us.
yeah.
And we didn't know exactly what plans God had. But as soon as we took that step of faith, and with boldness, and rented a space, identified the children, and started working with those families, then God just started opening doors and providing through other people as well.
Yeah.
And today it is a big testimony of God's faithfulness.
Yeah. So you guys were talking about your son. He's getting married December 20th. Is that what it is?
Yes.
So we were talking about this when we were at your house last time we were in Kenya, and that weddings are a big deal, right? It's a big party. And I don't want to say the number wrong, so I'm going to just ask, but how many people do you think came to your guys' big wedding party?
Yeah, this last August, when our daughter was getting married, we were planning for 800 to come, but on the actual date, we had over 1,000 people come. And culturally, that's what happens. People will just invite themselves, and they feel obligated because they are relatives or they are close friends.
Yep.
They feel like if they don't come for the wedding, they'll offend you. And so you always have to plan for a big
More.
number. And but we thank God that it was such a beautiful wedding, and now they are settled, and now we are looking forward, to our son, who is 27 and is coming home, so that on 20th, he will get married. and it will be happening at the coast. It will be a beach
Okay.
wedding.
Okay. Yeah.
And because it's a destination, wedding, that might have a smaller number.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
But still, we have to plan for a big number because
Didn't that-
everybody wants to be there.
Right. Didn't that happen at your guys' wedding too? Didn't you like it?
yeah.
You didn't.
Yeah. And by the way, our son is 26.
Is he?
27. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I think that's the normal thing in Kenya culturally. So you can plan for whatever number you want,
Yep.
but be sure that everybody who knows and who gets to know you have a wedding, they show up.
Yeah.
And so, as Wallace has shared, our daughter ended up having in their wedding about 1,000 people.
Yep.
And it was far from where we live. Like, people had to travel,
Mm.
and they still came. And our wedding, when we got married 30 years ago, because this year is our 30th anniversary, we had more than 1,000 people as well. And especially the children.
Oh yeah.
Thankfully, we planned and did our wedding close to Mathare Valley slums.
Oh, okay.
And it was Wallace who was so kind, because he said, well, you have already been working here in Mathare Valley. It is more difficult for people living in Mathare to travel to another venue.
Oh.
And so why don't we just have the wedding close enough to where they live?
Yeah.
And so people came.
Yeah.
The food we had planned ran out.
Oh
The
no.
women had to go to the kitchen and cook
Start making
more,
food.
more rice while
Yeah.
people were in line.
Oh
We didn't
man.
eat. So when we were planning now for our daughter's wedding, I teased her and her husband, and I was telling them, hey, there is no way we will get people going back to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So we better make enough food.
There you go.
And I can tell
Yeah.
you, everybody, more than yes, the plan was for 800. More than 1,000 people showed up, and everybody had food.
That is
Nobody had to go to the kitchen.
good. Good. That's good. It's funny because our weddings are not like that. Like if you don't get invited, you do not show up. Like that would be like rude if you showed up and you weren't invited because there's no seat, there's no food, whatever. But it's so funny because from us, maybe people listening, hearing that is like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of people. That's whatever. But it's all these people who love you and just want to celebrate. It's great. It's a blessing. It's really a great.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
And weddings are a very big ceremony. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Basically it takes a whole day, from early in the morning when the groom have to go for the bride from their home, and just going and picking the bride. It's a ceremony out there. And, people will celebrate and take time, and then they'll go to the church to have the joining ceremony. And then after the church joining ceremony, we have the reception, which is also such a big event where people will celebrate, eat, but there are speeches to be made, gifts are, exchanged. And so, by the time the wedding is over, it's 6 p.m. So you basically have to plan
All day.
for the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fun though. And like I said, I really hope that this next wedding goes well for you guys. I'm sure it will. And just kind of as we wrap up, it's been so cool to hear your guys' story about just how you're obedient and you're faithful, like God's been faithful, and you are really looking for those next steps and opportunities. Even talking with people at church today, there's so many possibilities and connections that God could be working in. And it's cool to see you guys live your whole life like that. We kind of joked before and we said, you're normal people, you're still normal people, but it's cool to see your heart on stage. And then as we're walking through the halls, you're the same people talking and having those conversations. You're not faking it, right? This is really your heart. This is really how you guys are. As we kind of just wrap this up, we're almost done. I wanted to ask, because you've been so obedient, have you had time? You've been doing this for 25 years. Has there been times where you guys have looked at each other and thought, oh no, like what are we going to do? Or times where you just don't see how it's going to work out and you maybe get scared or nervous and you know that God is faithful, but there's something that, you're doubting. Have you guys ever had moments like that?
Yeah,
A lot. All the time.
A lot of times.
A lot. Because, oh my God, we are so human. Mm-hmm. And there are many times actually doing what we do is scary.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes you do because the Lord is leading you. And it is a joy to obey, even when it is difficult, even when there are uncertainties. Sometimes you are called to communities where you really don't know how you are going to break through because of different challenges. For example, like that time when God spoke to us to expand our ministry to the northern part of Kenya, especially northwestern Kenya among the Turkana people, I was scared. I was like, how do we even do it?
Yeah.
Where do we even start? And we had to obey. One day maybe we'll tell how we ended up there. But you just obey and trust God that if this far we have come, He will take us through. Because He's the same. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. He'll never change. And so you, as a human being, you get scared, you get worried, you doubt yourself, and that makes you to be even more dependent on God and become even more bold to depend on Him because He's the only one who can help you out. And so it's very amazing that those times when we have felt like giving up, it is the time God comes in very powerful ways. Those times when we feel we have reached the end, we don't know where to go and how to go about things. That's when you just see God's strong hand in things, and you are like, wow, this is amazing. Like right now, we are trusting God to transition most of our students. We have almost 2,000 students who need to transition to high school.
Oh.
So sending them to other high schools is not going to be possible. It costs too much money. But transitioning them to our own schools is the best strategy right now. And that means improving our schools so that we create our own high schools in already existing junior schools and primary schools. And so it costs a lot of money. So the first time we were given the budget for that, we felt overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And as we are coming to the close of this year and seeing how God has worked out miracles, it is just amazing.
Yeah.
God's divine provision, He continues to provide one step at a time. And so, in fact, most of the times it's like you lay something before God, however big it is or however small it is, and you just trust that He'll do it.
Yeah.
But from the human point of view, most of the times they are scary things.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes you tell people and they look at you like, are you mad?
Yep.
Like they wonder what is wrong with you.
Yeah.
Or is it really going to happen? And you can tell from their eyes, the look on their faces, you can tell.
Yep.
They are actually wondering whether it will really happen.
Right, what they think.
And then when it happens, then you are like, oh, and you share the testimony with them, then they are also encouraged.
Yeah.
To join in the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with the growth of the organization, it comes with many challenges. And one of those is that you have many obligations. Having all these schools means that there is construction, there are operations. And what happens is that at times, you're stretched because of the resources and the obligations that you have to meet continually. But as Mary has said, God has shown His faithfulness. And it is through those challenges that our faith keeps on growing.
Yeah.
We are refined. God is at work in our own lives, even through those challenges. And what has happened is that because we have seen his faithfulness, even when we are called to new communities and it looks such a challenging, thing, we can believe in him. We can be able to dream. Even as we look forward, we are dreaming that God is going to help us, go to new communities, because he has entrusted us with a holistic ministry model that we have seen it working in all these 38 communities now. And so there are many other communities that are calling us, and we will still continue to grow because he has been faithful.
Yep.
This last October, we went into Ethiopia, a new environment with a new set of laws. In fact, we had to go through a lot of, bureaucracy.
Yep.
And it was hard even to imagine that, we will be able to start. But God was faithful. And, that school is now operational. So
that's so cool.
Our faith keeps growing.
Yes, that is so cool. And I think, too, you guys do such a good job of coming here and sharing your story and how far you've come, what's new. We talked about the hospital and the
Disability Center.
Yes, the Center for Kids with Special Needs, which is, I hope if people who are listening, they haven't watched the live stream from Sunday, I hope they do, just so you can talk about that more, because that's heartbreaking too, having these kids be seen as a curse and being tied up at home so nobody sees them. And if they do go out, it's in the dark or at night, so people can't see them with their kids. It's I just think that it's so amazing you guys have a heart for this, and then you get to come here and be so tired and have to run around, but you're encouraging so many people. And not only encouraging us, but to help out with Mohi. Like, I've seen so many sponsor kids get taken today. I hope that works out well. But you're encouraging us too for the people who don't see God working in their lives or feel like, oh, this might be too big for me. But starting small with a bag of groceries in the Mathari Valley, you didn't know it was going to end up here, right? So it's just very cool to see you guys, and we really appreciate you, and we're so glad that we get to have these conversations and especially see Chumani grow and really work with these kids and see them grow. So we just wanted to thank you guys. Thanks everybody for watching today. Like, share, subscribe. If you're interested in sponsoring a kid, you can do that on Mohi's website too. If you click the Chumani drop down, then that will be the kids that are at the school and the church that we directly work with. If you have any questions or anything that you wanted us to talk more about on the podcast, just send those in, and we'll see you next Sunday.